Doing? Yeah. Um, Remember on Friday, kind of got on some topics um that were brought up in the chat and stuff about we ended up getting on wait a minute, talking about demonic shit and portals and all that other stuff. I've talked about this kind of stuff. Look, I don't give a shit what anyone believes in. At this point, I know who my creator is. I know how I got there. And I know the difference between new age shit, and I'm going to call it that, and when God's talking to me. Okay? There's a difference. Look, we've been talking about watching people's actions, and you'll know them by their fruit. Well, if you don't know what that fruit is supposed to look like, you'll just think that anybody can just be whatever the hell they want. No. It's the fruit of the Spirit that's on the inside. You'll know them by their peace, their love, their joy, their goodness, their mercy, their self mastery and self control. You'll know the difference. Like, there's a huge difference between having the mind of Christ and Christ consciousness, where just anything goes. Okay, there is. The transformation of your mind comes through the transformation of your soul. There is no, like, oh my God, people got this shit so freaking twisted. The reason why society's breaking down is because there is no clear lines. I'm seeing distinct lines, though, in the music industry. I just put it out there. I'm like going in, okay? I'm gonna go in. If you see the bullshit of all these Hollywood people, we already know about Hollywood, most of us. We know what they've been doing, these people, humans, you know. We know that they do that. They do that at all kinds of like Super Bowl events, and it's all tied in. Most people know this, they just don't want you to know this. So if there's that side of it, then there's a pure side that doesn't want to hurt anybody, let alone their own brothers and sisters of the human race. That's how you'll know them, by their peace and by their love for another fellow soul, not by chaos and ego and murder in their heart and hatred and competition and greed and foul. That's the difference. And you see both sides, and people just want to put it all together like, oh, well, don't judge them. No, I look at someone's fucking fruit. I look at their fruit. And what I saw, over the weekend, I'm just like, and some of the stuff I've heard, some of the things, like, I don't get caught up in this bullshit. I don't. but I do look at certain things, like certain artists, mostly independent, who are taking a very clear, concise stand, talking about God, talking about the Holy Spirit, talking about walking with God, talking about being a child of God. There is a clear, distinct difference between that and the other counterculture of bitches, hoes, money, and murder. Clear difference. So there's a clear battle, and anybody who's walking in the middle and can't see this, look at the fruit. That's the best way I can say it. Look at the fruit. Are people getting better? Yo, the music you listen to can make you very, it changes your attitude. It can change your mood, period, just by vibration and frequency. They knew this. They sure did. Like, I'm dropping gems right now, people. I don't care who don't like it. They did this in the 80s, they did this in the 90s. Like, they didn't like that those metal bands like Kiss. They were, evil and stuff like that. And honestly, that's when MTV started, and that's when VH1 started, and that's when they started to be able to get into the Gen X mind, and even some of the boomers from MTV. Like, they knew what they were doing. It's called programming. They weren't stupid. I mean, they told you. It's not like they didn't throw it out there. I mean, Pink Floyd pretty much told you everything. Just watch Pink Floyd. Brick in the wall. There you go. That's this generation right now. They're going to be the revolutionaries. You're Pluto and Libra. Like, you better be doing your best to guide your kids to do the right thing, and not the religious thing, but the right thing. Make conscious decisions to not want to hurt somebody else for their own selfish personal gain. Because most people aren't teaching their kids those things. Do unto others. Most people gloss over that. Well, that's because there's universal laws. It's called karma. Like, do unto others as you want them to do unto you, because what you put out, you're going to get back at one point. I understand this, whether in this life or in the next. Like, you don't pass it this time, good luck in the next one, because you're a miserable son of a gun in this life. You're doing harm to people. You might get it in the next one. Don't worry, it won't be by me, though. And friggin' come back to this ghetto ass planet. Never again. No. Mm-mm. I see how low vibrational it is down here. I see the distinct difference. As in the days of now, pretty well. Yeah. I ain't here to judge anybody. I'm here to tell you the truth of what's really going on behind the scenes. Would you like to see? That was yeah. We all know about the 1111 portal. That's been opened up. And things are coming and going through those portals. Came out in my Lightworker Starseed reading, didn't it? Well, they, the light side is having, ancestral, celestial beings coming in to support them. What do you think the dark side needs to do? Open up an evil portal? Well, how do they do it? Sacrifices. Hello? People are going to stick up for them? I think not. Makes no sense. Oh, well, I get it. Because we still compartmentalize people. We still want to put them in a box. No, the only box somebody goes in for me is by their fruit. I will know them. I see fruit, I know what they do. If you're a genuinely good person, I could care less what religion you are. I know what I believe, and ain't nobody gonna change it, ever. Not gonna happen. That's why I'm that's why I'm good at what I do. It's not by me. By my relationship with the Most High. If you don't read the Bible and you hate God, I don't understand why people are talking about Christ consciousness. What the hell are you talking about? You don't have Christ consciousness. If you don't know who the person of Jesus was, following his compassion, love, and the fruits of the Spirit, you don't have Christ consciousness. Stop it. If you aren't doing what God has called you to do, you don't have Christ consciousness. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, mercy, self-control. I didn't see that happening. You want to know what I heard? I had a bunch of people screaming for help. Let's just listen to what some of these people had to say. Shall we? And the song that I heard playing in the background during people getting, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that there was some really heavy drugs, possibly, that people were overdosing that they weren't even technically doing. Kind of just, I saw videos of cops overdosing just by handling fentanyl. I can't even imagine it being people being that squished together like sardines at that kind. What the heck is going on? Let's hear. I'm gonna play a video. Place is called Astro World. If y'all know who Travis Scott is, he's been known to incite violence and riots and have people beat people up at his concerts. This is what the front of his venue look like. Hang on, I will show you. I want you to hear it. This kid legit said he felt like he was in hell. And then I'll show you his apology, which was like seriously, that's what the front of it looks like walking into this really if that's not obvious. And I think the song that was playing in the background as people were falling over in cardiac arrest was a Soul Snatcher. Yeah. I think I got a channeling about Soul Snatchers. Let's hear what some of these people had to say. See if I can find some of the videos, because there was a bunch of people who posted videos and now I can't find them. There's the 8 victims that died at this show. People were like, well, if you went, you should have been prepared. You could possibly die. Really? Like, this is what the
Keep sound on
look
with your
like
screen off and listen uninterrupted.
pushing their
Try
way
enter
through the
premium
entrance
on
gates.
us.
Like, absolutely crazy. That's just one. And it just keeps going. And then, that wasn't even the concert part of it. It gets worse. Stuff like this is what causes, trauma on the land. When people die unexpectedly, young children. 14-year-old Spring Branch student was youngest victim. 14 years old. Hang on, I want to find the video. People were talking. Full interview. Attendee breaks down. I want to see where the other one is, though. Here's a viral video of fans showing the festival amid the chaos. They were telling them to stop.
Frantic moments when 2 fans begged for the festival to be stopped.
They put their own lives at risk as they desperately tried to get help for the victims. Our Bill Spencer live near NRG Park, where a memorial continues to grow tonight. And Bill, you spoke to the father of one of those fans who tried to stop the event. How are they coping with this tragedy tonight?
Well, Sienna, I can tell you his name is Aiden Cruz, and he is devastated tonight. His father telling me he is in no shape to talk to anyone right now. He is a varsity basketball player at Heights High School, and the worst part, one of his close friends, a teenage girl from his school, actually died in this horrific incident.
Just knowing that my son almost didn't make it home. And then the ones who didn't, I just really feel for them.
Victor Cruz fights to hold back the tears as he talks about his 18-year-old son, Aiden, who he says was nearly crushed to death himself after the crowd surged forward right where he was standing with a group of his friends from Heights High School during last night's Astro World Festival.
As soon as Travis Scott came on, that everybody started pushing. They fell down to the ground, and he said he didn't think he was going to make it. And he thought he just instantly started praying as people were on top of him. His legs are trapped.
Victor says Aiden described to him in detail the crush of people all around. Some trapped below him, others piled on top of him. But he managed to get one arm free at one moment and was pulled to safety by another teenager. Having seen the horror himself, Victor says that's when his son climbed onto a platform where a cameraman was shooting the show. And he began screaming to stop everything. But Aiden told his father neither that cameraman nor anyone else would do anything to stop what was happening below.
He was trying to tell him that there was people underneath there dying, and there was other people's kids down there on the trapped and dying.
In the end, Victor says his son is bruised and sore, but okay. He says he gets down on his knees and thanks God that his son somehow made it.
That's only one. There's a bunch. The one kid said it felt like they said it felt like the environment, like something pushed, like it felt like they were surrounded by evil energy as this was going on. Someone tried to stop the show. and apparently they said something about, they looked at the dude who was running the shit, because they did stop it for a moment, and he said, "You know what we came here to do." And they started freaking jamming again while there's people dying. There was a weird countdown. Like, let me just show you the kind of like what happened. Like, even the music, like the low vibing frequency of this music, it was shit. No offense, but like, it's not like my NF and stuff like that that has more of a higher frequency. There's a definite, clear, distinct difference of those who sold out and those who didn't, and you're seeing the ones who sold out here. And anybody who sticks up for these guys, I have to question you. Holly weird. Holly weirdos. Let me like this, that frickin' Soul Snatcher song. I'm just like, and they were talking about, like, I'm not into the whole conspiracy theory shit, but I can put two and two to fuck together. I understand how these forces work. And no, they're not a part of you. They're outside of you, just like fairies and just like all these other little, just dark forces are too. Just like angels. People, I'm telling you. Sure, we have a both dark and light side, but we are our own energy system. We are autonomous. Even though together and all of our gifts that work together, we're one big, beautiful mosaic of who God is, working together. Like I said, there's a big difference.
Tell the lights on. Listen to that small boy right there hanging in the tree right there. That's okay, we see real quick. Let's do it.
There are some people who were just laughing at those of us who were like screaming to get out because they thought it was funny, and they're not realizing that this is terror. We're trying to get out of here. The crowd didn't start out that packed. There was space. We didn't sign up to come here for this.
Was seeing two bodies laying down right behind me, and the whole time I was just thinking that they were passed out. And then once the security guard was just right next to me talking to another security guard saying that he didn't have a pulse, and that's when I knew something was really off.
Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Maybe somebody help jump there real quick. Keep going. Just real. Somebody jump in, come on. I'm honestly just devastated. I could never imagine anything like this just happening. I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on,
When it comes to
He has like, last I knew, 5 lawsuits pending. You know what we came here for. If you watch all of the victims' videos, they all said the same thing. Felt like hell. Look, I've gone to some ragers, okay? I've gone and Gathering of the Vibes. I've gone to EDC Vegas. I've been to the largest rager, and you wanna know what? Most people, if they died, it wasn't due to that. A lot of times it was due to overdosing. If anything happened at EDC, we all know what that is all about. This was just pure look, they opened the fucking portal there. I don't give a shit. Watch the show for yourself. Watch it. You'll see. You'll feel it. I'm not gonna play all of it on here though. I'm just like, well, makes sense. They know that we were getting some people on the light side. We're getting more extensive help. Of course, they needed their extensive help too. So, like, I get it. However, I think it's pretty cruel to sacrifice your people that love you, like, and idolize you. But Satan does. He doesn't give a shit. Not one iota. That's why narcissism comes out of Satanism. It's pretty much what it is. Instead of doing things for the greater good of humanity, it's all about the self. That's the difference. So now I love these people who think that that don't know me, but yeah, they tell me to be nicer. Like I can't have a fucking opinion. That's a strong opinion. Yeah. Be nicer. You don't know what they've gone through. Bitch, I've gone through all of those things. It made me stronger. But I also had to realize that the only person who was going to save me was me getting in alignment with what God has for my life. Me getting into that alignment with the Most High. That was the only thing that was going to save me. I know, first off, I had to make the conscious decision, but I couldn't do it all by myself. These people think that they're sadly mistaken. Keep trying. That's why I level up like crazy. That's why I'm still here. I never got the, you know, didn't get sick. I didn't get the juice. And I sure as hell ain't drinking the Kool-Aid either. I know what I felt. I know what I saw. And I'm not going to be gaslit into believing anything. Oh, well, wasn't, no. I don't give a shit. That was definitely what that was. I've been to, like I said, festivals, and I know what they do. It's like I know what EDC Vegas is about too. I was there. I know. That was a long time ago too. Told you, blue, go get crazy. A lot of times I do that stuff just for well, first off, it's fun, but secondly, it's because I like to watch groups of people. I study things. I can blend in pretty good. I like to study people. It's a gift. Studying groups of people, experiencing different types of energy. And like I said, with my reading that I did, whether it was the collective reading from the week before, the Lightworker Starseed reading, collective reading this past week, and my channeling on Friday, it all ties in. Oh, one other thing that'll tie this all up like a nice little bow. I had friends coming over the weekend. We went up to my parents' campsite. Oh yeah. I went for a little walk. To where he was saying that there was somebody up there throwing curses on people in the campsite. You doggone right. A gargoyle with a frickin' shrine around it. I already know how I'm gonna fix that. I will fix her ass. So that will get energetically, leveled out. She probably won't be too happy, but whatever. She has an issue, she can come find me. My ancestors will be more than happy to kick her ass. No problem. You don't screw with my family. You don't screw with anywhere in the vicinity of. Look, you want to keep your own little shit. It's all gonna come right back on you. Saltness. You'll see. She'll come back and it'll be completely energetically cleared with angels there, and she'll be like, "What the hell?" Yeah. Gotta go somewhere else, lady. Your demons moved out and the angels moved in. That's just the way it's gonna be. Taking territory on the high place. Yeah, I am. My ancestors own that mountain. I think the fuck not. You're not going up there. Shaking my head. Sorry. I'm just kind of in a mood. Either way, that was around the same time that all that shit was going on out at the Travis Scott show. I saw that. After that, man, I came home. I was so tired, extremely dizzy, but I knew how to take care of it. I mean, my word, I just got a whole new thing of holy water. Like, I know how to take care of her. That will get taken care of. Whatever portal that lady opened up, you could definitely feel the line of protection. Like, it was weird. You walk up just right to where you go around the corner and you can feel it. I know the people at the other campsite right next, I know they have to feel it. I know. My dad's like, I ain't leaving campsites. I'm like, I don't blame you. I'll get her to leave. She won't know where it's coming from either. Set up ambushes. It's how we roll. Energetic ambushes. People's own magic comes right back on them to screw them over. I pray. I ask God to do what he does. Tell me what I need to say. Make my messages clear. As clear as what they can be. Downloads that I get. Either way, yeah. I know one thing. I didn't get the module. The healing module for energetic healing in society and stuff. Like, are you guys talking? I don't see anybody talking in here. Say something. Thanks for the 6 thumbs up, but I don't see anybody talking. Chat's on. Taking high places and how to do that in this community. For those people who have love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, mercy, and self control. Like, people aren't even allowed to have a technical opinion these days. I mean, there's facts, and then there's opinion. Sure, opinion. People don't like you to have an opinion. And when you have facts back up your opinion, then they get really pissed off. And I'm just like, whatever. Okay. Deuces. Think what you want. You're right. I don't care. Pretty well. Truly, my walk is my walk, and your walk is your walk. As long as you're growing, you're doing your best to yield and kill the flesh, which goes against everything you want to do. You have love, you have the fruits of the spirit, you're displaying that stuff. I'm not talking about enabling. I'm talking about just being, calling evil what it is and calling good what it is. There's still a distinct difference. We're still in a battle. If everything was just across the board, nothing's bad and nothing's good, then what the fuck's the battle then, people? I'm actually referring to the New Age community at this point. Yeah, where's the battle at then? Huh? We wrestle not against flesh and blood. What are those principalities, powers, and evil rulers and evil wickedness in high places? What is that? Sounds like that's not a facet of you. Sounds like that's a facet outside of you. They take up territory. They rule territories. Look it up. That's why certain areas feel so condensed to certain people. That's why other areas feel different. That's why, yeah, sometimes people are sort of the same, but the energetics of an area feels different. Like Gettysburg feels even more oppressive than where I live, and where I live is extremely oppressive. Absolutely. There's a lot of spiritual activity around here. And if there's fuck shit that's going on energetically, people can feel it. The frequency at my house is extremely high. And I have a lot of spiritual activity that happens. Nothing scary, nothing bad. But if people aren't used to it, it can bother them. A lot of it is that energy going down the river, too. There's a lot of spiritual activity, like I said. I've been saying about these celestials coming in, so. And more angelic help. Just watch the reading I did. Like I said, dark forces know they had to do this. light workers are getting more reinforcements. Of course, they got to too. Get it? It's all a confirmation. But how they do it, how we do it, is because, you know, we're praying, we're asking for help. God sends help. How they do it is they sacrifice. Big difference. They murder, spill blood. Very Baal like worship. Yeah. It's where narcissism comes from. Throw that out there too. Either way, this is a short live. I wanted to talk about this because it needed to be said. You know, I saw some people be like, wah, 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 wah. Yo, that was a pathetic dude, Kylie Jenner, for Pete's sakes. We know what they're all about. Some of the most disgusting human beings on this earth, if you can even call them that at this point. Let's not even go there. You want to talk about fake people idolizing people? They love it. They get so much narcissistic supply from everybody just sucking the Kardashian titty. Is disgusting. People really gotta freaking realize these people don't care about you at all. The only reason they're rich and they're powerful is because commoners want to be like them. Why do you think their show is called Keeping Up with the Kardashians? It's impossible. I'm sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean to use the P word. Porn. I see? They don't want me to talk about them. Yeah. I don't do that. Them bitches don't work hard. I'm not even gonna get on it. Either way, I'm off of here. Yeah. There's a distinct line. If you listen to the actual lyrics of the music you listen to, you're putting that inside your ears, your mind, and it goes into your whole system. And it pollutes you, or it can reinforce you. There's been a distinct line in that genre of music. I mean, my goodness, who was it? Little Nas in his freaking Satan shoes. I'm pretty sure they're all in cahoots over on that side that sold their soul. And the ones who didn't, NF. All the ones hitting the top charts on iTunes. And then their shit gets like, they try and cancel them. Yeah. T9, NF, Hobson, Dax. They're all in the light. They've made their choice. Just listen to their lyrics in their music. They talk about the struggle, fighting with the flesh. And how they've had conversations and they didn't like the deal they were getting from with the devil, so yeah. Here's my ego. I don't need him. That's I could play enough music. Listen to the song. He raps very fast. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to the song from Dax, Child of God. I don't see. I know NF has been touring. I haven't heard of and he's been touring for a while. I haven't heard of this shit happening at any of his shows. So he isn't sacrificing his fans to unleash evil shit. That's what these people do. That's why be careful who you support, what shows you go to. Yeah. Very well be putting your own life at risk at this point. Because they don't care about you. You know that they've sold their soul. And many of them can show you. You see it. Apparently the 2019 show was bad too, from what one kid said. And then he goes back in 2021. Yeah, he said he had like an out of body experience where he went to hell and he fought and he made it out and he decided he was going back in 2021. Clearly, dude. I can't even. This is how brainwashed people are to these industry people. This is one of those spheres of influence. A Libra person, star seeds. With a good heart, pure motives, who love God, need to get into. And we have some there. I'm glad to see it. That are bringing light to these situations. And these people can't hide because there's people of light that are in there shining their light, so the darkness has to do their thing. Look at this. Speaking of light, if that isn't a huge confirmation, I don't know. I have no freaking clue what the hell is going down my street. But it had two big lights on it. Did you all see that? Yeah, that's the kind of confirmation that I'm talking about. It's like a big ass spotlight. They're shining their big ass spotlight. Watch NF. Watch his song Clouds. Listen to the lyrics. Any of his stuff. Toby Mac is good too. Yeah. Him and NF do a song together. That's why I support those artists. Anybody who talks about their past struggles, dealing with abuse, that kind of stuff too. Yeah, I can concur. I understand that. And then you see their success today. It's like beautiful beauty for ashes. That's the real phoenix rising from the ashes. Not what I saw on that at that show. On this side of things, the sacrifice is already given, so that we can have the mind of Christ and walk in His power. So either way, I'm getting off of here. I love you guys. I'm gonna come on. I will pull cards at one point, hopefully tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow. I'm gonna come on and give my synopsis of this because I'm sick and tired of hearing people talk about it. Like people are talking about this, like, oh my, like, no, there is a deeper spiritual thing going on here, and I don't give a shit. People are like, no, it's not that. No, it is. I've been to a lot of concerts, and I could tell the difference. Either way. And of course, if you watch any of these big ET or Access, they all act like, oh, they're so devastated. They're so sad. They're gonna give the money back. Yeah, because their asses are getting sued a lot for this. And rightfully so. Either way, I'm off of here. I love you guys. Have a good night. Mwah. Be loving. Share the fruits of the Spirit. If you don't know what they are, look it up. Google it. The fruits of the Spirit. You will see what they are. The difference between that and that's how you get the Christ consciousness and the mind of Christ. And that's the fruit that comes out of having that mind. Not murder, chaos, hate, envy, anger, like massive narcissism and don't care about nobody but themselves. In that lower vibrational in that lower vibrational and stay in that, they don't care. There's a difference. That's what the transformation is supposed to look like. You working out that in yourself. You know, sometimes people just don't like something that really bothered you one day doesn't bother you like it did before. Sometimes people can't get under your skin because you're mastering that part of not giving a shit what anyone thinks about you. You only care what God thinks about you. And walking out your plan and your purpose in this life. That's your main goal. Things will work out if you're walking out your own purpose and calling and doing unto others the right thing. Nobody wants people to be mean and outcast them. That's why I'm like, I don't care what religion anyone is. I know what I believe in, and I'm not going to change that. But I'm not going to force anybody else to believe what I believe either. I'm just going to tell you what I know works. And you can take it up with God yourself, too. Like I said, I'll be on tomorrow. Let's figure out. I'll be praying about what, like I said last week. We are the revolutionaries. They want to rule, let us rise together, unified in love, real love. Love that does not see bias. Love that only sees the fruits of the Spirit. And we can definitely tell who our enemy is at this point. Because those who hate my God, that's my enemy. The divine creator loves you. And if you hate him, you're screwed already. If you hate our God, you're already screwed. Because you can either love God or love the world. You can't love both. I know what I chose. I'm out. I love you. Have a good night, okay? We'll see you later. I'll come on tomorrow and pull some cards too. See what God has to say. Bye.